The package of bacon in your refrigerator is up to 25% water that you paid bacon prices for. The hickory smoke flavor was sprayed on in a factory in under a minute, and the curing process that used to take a month was finished in 6 hours. Americans spend over $5 billion a year on bacon. The average American eats about 18 pounds of it every year. The price you pay assumes you're buying pork. Half a slice of industrial bacon is salt water in chemistry. Here's the part nobody tells you. The federal bacon standard is 1 sentence long, and it says the finished package can't weigh more than the fresh pork belly. That's the entire rule. Pumping is fully permitted along the way. Most American bacon is pumped. So I went looking. 6 brands you should walk past. 3 smokehouses worth every dollar, and one of the worth it brands has been making bacon the same way since 1947. I spent 40 hours auditing every package on the shelf to find the truth, and the results were not what I expected. There's a federal regulation for bacon. Most consumers assume it protects them. It doesn't. It's called USDA Title IX Code of Federal Regulations, Section 319.107, 1 sentence long. The weight of cured pork bellies ready for slicing and labeling as bacon shall not exceed the weight of the fresh uncured pork bellies. Translation: brands can pump bacon full of brine during processing as long as the finished package doesn't weigh more than the raw belly. Pumping is permitted. Most American bacon is pumped. This is the legal magic trick that powers the entire industrial bacon shelf. 4 cost-cutting levers: brine pumping, water, sodium phosphates, sodium nitrite, sodium erythorbate, and natural smoke flavor. Liquid smoke flavoring: wood smoke condensed into a liquid, sprayed on or added to the brine. Speed curing chemistry: a process that used to take weeks, finished in 6 hours. Commodity cafu pork: bred for fast growth, not flavor. Then there's the cleverest deception of all, the uncured loophole. When a brand cures bacon with celery juice powder instead of synthetic sodium nitrate, the USDA requires them to write uncured. No nitrates or nitrites added on the package. Read the chemistry. Celery juice powder is a concentrated nitrate source. Bacterial cultures convert it to nitrite during processing. The finished bacon contains the same compound as conventional cured bacon. A USDA-funded study found naturally cured bacon contained nitrite at levels comparable to, and sometimes higher than, a conventional product. Math reality. Traditional dry-cured bacon takes 30 to 45 days from raw belly to finished product. Industrial pumped bacon runs in 6 hours. The label says hickory, the chemistry says liquid. The skip list. Number 1, Walmart, great value. Skip number 1, Walmart, great value bacon. The marketing. Walmart's flagship store brand bacon, sold at the lowest price point on the shelf. The proposition is save money, live better. Flip the package, read the ingredient panel. Pork, water. The second ingredient by weight: salt, sugar, sodium phosphates, sodium erythorbate, sodium nitrate. Natural smoke flavor, read what that means. USDA labeling requires ingredients listed in descending order by weight. When water is the second ingredient on a meat label, you are buying water at meat prices. And here's the opacity problem. Great Value is a private label brand. The processing facility, the source pork, and the production methods are not disclosed on the package. Walmart contracts production to whichever co-packer offers the best margin. The same package across 2 purchases may come from 2 different factories. When water is the second ingredient on a bacon label, you are buying water at bacon prices. Number 2, Wright brand, Tyson Foods. Skip number 2. Wright brand, owned by Tyson Foods, the largest meat processor in the United States. The marketing: Wright brand, real Wright brand bacon. Premium positioning at the top of the industrial bacon shelf. Thick cut variants. Hickory smoke front of package callouts. Flip the package. The ingredient list across Wright brand reads: pork, water, sugar, salt, sodium phosphates, sodium erythorbate, sodium nitrite. Natural flavoring. Read what's missing. There is no smokehouse on that label. The hickory smoke claim on the front of the package is referring to the source of the liquid smoke. Flavoring, not actual smokehouse exposure. Hickory smoked or hickory flavored. The ingredient panel answers. The parent company context. Tyson Foods slaughters tens of millions of hogs annually. That industrial scale is fundamentally incompatible with the slow, hand-trimmed, smokehouse-based methods that distinguish actual bacon from pumped pork belly. Calling your bacon real on the front of the package does not make it real. Reading the back of the package does. Number 3, Hormel Black Label / Natural Choice. Skip number 3, Hormel Black Label and its sister brand, Hormel Natural Choice. Same parent company. 2 parallel marketing strategies. Black Label is the conventional industrial line. Natural Choice is the green packaged natural line, positioned as the cleaner, premium option for the same shopper. June of 2016. The Animal Legal Defense Fund filed a lawsuit against Hormel Foods in Washington, D.C. The complaint alleged Hormel misled consumers through natural choice advertising, claiming the products were natural while sourcing from factory farms using additives, hormones, and antibiotics, and containing ingredients constituting artificial preservatives. September of 2021. The District of Columbia Court of Appeals revived the case after an initial dismissal, ruling that the false advertising claims were not preempted by federal labeling laws. The settlement. Hormel agreed to publish explanatory information on its website about what the labeling terms actually mean. When a consumer protection lawsuit forced Hormel to define what natural choice meant, Hormel's answer was a website disclaimer. Number 4, Smithfield. Skip number 4, Smithfield. The marketing. The world's largest pork producer, Heritage Virginia branding. The name itself carries colonial American connotations of slow-cured Virginia ham country. Read the ownership. Smithfield Foods has been owned since 2013 by WH Group, a Chinese multinational holding company. The deal was the largest acquisition of an American company by a Chinese firm in history at the time. The recall record, May 20th, 2022. The USDA Food Safety and Inspection Service announced that Smithfield Packaged Meats Corporation, a Sioux Center, Iowa establishment, was recalling approximately 185,610 pounds of ready-to-eat bacon topping products for possible metal contamination. The recall covered Smithfield pre-cooked bacon topping, Patrick Cudahy fully cooked bacon topping, Members Mark fully cooked bacon crumbles, the Sam's Club private label. The contamination was discovered after a customer found metal in the package. Smithfield's Murphy Brown subsidiary in eastern North Carolina has also been the subject of federal nuisance lawsuits over hog effluent lagoons. Smithfield recalled 185,000 pounds of bacon topping after a customer found metal in the package. Number 5, Oscar Mayer, Kraft Heinz. Skip number 5, Oscar Mayer, owned by Kraft Heinz. The marketing, America's most recognizable bacon brand. Decades of advertising tying Oscar Mayer to family breakfast, the Wienermobile, and Americana itself. July 2nd, 2025. The USDA Food Safety and Inspection Service issued a Class 1 recall, the highest severity tier the agency assigns, for nearly 368,000 pounds of Oscar Mayer turkey bacon original. Read the scope. 12-ounce, 36-ounce, and 48-ounce packages produced between April 24th and June 11th of 25. The contamination was possible Listeria monocytogenes, a pathogen that can cause serious infection in pregnant individuals, infants, the elderly, and the immunocompromised. August 25, 2025. A consumer filed a proposed class action in Florida federal court, alleging Kraft Heinz failed to disclose the Listeria risk on packaging. This is not the first recall. In 2015, Kraft Heinz recalled more than 2 million pounds of Oscar Mayer turkey bacon after consumers reported the product spoiling before its best-by date. America's most recognizable bacon brand had a Class 1 federal recall on 368,000 pounds of product just months ago. Number 6, Applegate Naturals. Skip number 6. Applegate Naturals, the marketing, the poster child of natural supermarket bacon, sold at Whole Foods, premium grocers, natural foods retailers nationwide. Front of package claims include no antibiotics ever, humanely raised, no nitrates or nitrates added, and uncured. The branding implies a meaningful chemical and ethical distinction from conventional bacon. Now read the corporate ownership. Applegate has been owned by Hormel Foods since May of 2015. Hormel paid $775 million for the brand. The same parent company that runs Hormel Black Label also runs Applegate. And read the chemistry. Applegate cures its bacon with celery juice powder. Bacterial cultures convert the celery's natural nitrate to nitrate during processing. The finished product contains nitrate at levels comparable to, and in some studies higher than, conventional sodium nitrate bacon. The Center for Science in the Public Interest stated it directly in their 2019 petition to the USDA. Processed meats prepared with celery powder contain nitrates and nitrites at similar levels to those prepared with sodium nitrate. The no nitrates added label is the most expensive sleight of hand in the meat case. The chemistry is identical. The pan test. So how do you protect yourself? 4 checks, 60 seconds. Any package in your refrigerator, check 1. The ingredient line length, flip the package. Count the items in the ingredient panel. Real bacon, pork, salt, brown sugar, optional sodium nitrite, optional spices. 2 to 4 items. Industrial bacon, Pork, water, sugar, sodium phosphates, sodium erythorbate, sodium nitrate, natural smoke flavor, 8 to 12 items. The length of the list is the tell. Check 2. The smoke flavor hunt. Look on the ingredient line for natural smoke flavor or smoke flavor added. If those words appear anywhere on the package, the bacon was flavored, not smoked. The hickory on the front of the package is referring to the source of the liquid, not actual smokehouse exposure. Check 3. The water is second ingredient test. USDA labeling requires ingredients listed in descending order by weight. If water is the second ingredient, right after pork, the bacon has been pumped. Real dry cured bacon never has water on the ingredient list. Check 4. The pan sizzle. Cold cast iron skillet, medium heat. Real bacon sizzles cleanly in its own rendered fat. Pumped bacon releases a pool of grayish white foam. That foam is the injected brine cooking off. Measure the strip raw and cooked. Real bacon shrinks 20 to 30%. Pumped bacon shrinks 50% or more. The real list. Number 1, Benton Smoky Mountain Country Hams, Tennessee. Now the brands that are actually worth your money. Real brand number 1, Benton Smoky Mountain Country Hams. Founded in 1947 in Madisonville, Tennessee by dairy farmer Albert Hicks. Taken over in 1973 by Alan Benton, a high school guidance counselor with a master's in psychology who left teaching to cure pork the way his grandparents had in rural Scott County, Virginia. Allen was inducted into the James Beard Foundation's Who's Who of Food and Beverage in America in 2015. Read the process. Dry cured by hand in salt, brown sugar, and black pepper for 30 days. Hickory smoked for 3 days in a wood stove smokehouse behind the building, burning local Tennessee hickory. Total time from raw belly to finished bacon, roughly 5 weeks. The ingredient list. Pork, salt, brown sugar, black pepper, 4 items, no water, no phosphates, no erythorbate, no liquid smoke. Used by chefs David Chang at Momofuku and Tom Colicchio at Kraft. Approximately $32 for 4 1-pound packs, direct from Benton's website. About $8 per pound, 2 to 3 times the cost of Oscar Mayer per raw pound. But cooking shrinkage is half. Per cooked ounce, the gap is much narrower than the package price suggests. Number 2, Nueske's Applewood Smoked Meats, Wisconsin. Real brand number 2, Nueske's Applewood Smoked Meats. Founded in 1933 in Wittenberg, Wisconsin by R.C. Nueske, who began selling Applewood smoked meats from a panel truck during the Great Depression to resorts in the Wisconsin Northwoods. The family recipe came from Wilhelm and Wilhelmina Nueske, who emigrated from Prussia to Wisconsin in 1887, now in the 3rd and 4th generations of family ownership. The process: Applewood smoked for up to 24 hours over glowing embers of real Applewood logs. 16 custom steel-lined concrete block smokehouses, watched by a smokemaster who has overseen smoking at Nueske's for more than 20 years. Multiple Sophie Gold medals from the Specialty Food Association. The New York Times once called Nueske's the beluga of bacon. The Rolls-Royce of rashers. Mid-tier artisan pricing. Roughly $12 to $15 per pound at Whole Foods, Wegmans, or direct online. More accessible than Benton's. Significantly cleaner than industrial. Number 3, Beeler's Pure Pork, Iowa. The Value Play, real brand. Number 3, The Value Play, Beeler's Pure Pork. The Beeler family has been raising pigs in southwest Iowa since 1840. 6 generations on the same farmland. The current operation is a family cooperative of small Iowa farms, producing pork to a unified standard. Read what they don't use. No antibiotics ever. No growth promotants. No animal byproducts in feed. Read what they do. Pasture raised on family farms, not CAFOs. Available at Whole Foods, Costco, and natural grocers. Family farm provenance you can actually verify. Now the price reality, the defining feature of this brand. Beeler's runs roughly $7 to $10 per pound at retail, significantly cheaper than Benton's or Nueske's, only modestly more than the Wright brand or Hormel Black Label package sitting next to it on the shelf. For consumers who want a real pork upgrade without the artisan smokehouse price tag, this is the entry point. If Benton's is out of budget, this is the answer. Your breakfast is not a commodity for these corporations to optimize. 6 brands to walk past. Walmart, Great Value. Wright brand. Hormel Black Label and Natural Choice. Smithfield, Oscar Mayer, Applegate. Each one either recalled, sued, settled, or built on the same industrial chemistry as the rest. 3 smokehouses worth the money. Benton's, Nueske's, Beeler's. Each one transparent, each one slow, each one paying for time and real wood that the industrial brands replaced with chemicals. 4 checks before you lay another strip in the pan. The ingredient line, the smoke flavor hunt, the water test, the sizzle. The bacon industry has spent decades counting on you not flipping the package. Now you know how. The pan tells the truth because you have the right to know what you're cooking. Subscribe for more.